Before me, I have the Moon, a Warrior, and the Hermit. What this is telling me here is that there is a message coming in, and it's going to be something that you are going to reach on your own. So it's an internal, intuitive message. It's something that you already probably know, but it's deep. It's a deep-rooted truth that needs to be looked at. So you're going to need to be a little bit strong. Not a little bit. You're going to need to be a warrior. You're going to be fearless and strong when you look at this. Hopefully you're not too scared. Yeah, you already know what it is that you have to look at. And you have to look at something that helps you to take a little bit more authority and power into your own hands and creating your own life. It's a roadblock. There's something blocking you from reaching your next milestone. There's something that you need to just take a look at from a different perspective. Step outside of it, away from it. Take the eagle eye view. Something about being protected and trusting your own inner magic. There is an opportunity here to plant your seeds, but not just to plant your seeds, but to see them grow, to see what you've already planted that's growing, to plant more seeds, and to really take stock and make sure that you are able to know what it is that you truly are wanting and how to move forward. And if you're having any hesitations on any of it, it says to set your standards higher. So with this, I am feeling that maybe you're used to settling, maybe you're used to being in a certain space in your life, but there's always been something that you've reached for or dreamed of, but never thought was obtainable. In this circumstance here, it's saying that it is obtainable, and you need to set your sights higher. You need to reach for those things because they are there for you. You desire them because they desire you. And you need to let go of the need to be right. So there is something that has come to you. This is about reaching that that space, being that warrior. You'll in that space when you're looking at what it is that you need to look at. It's telling us that you need to make sure that you're being more open to receiving the messages and accepting it for as it is, instead of trying to be right, instead of trying to manipulate or control that. Okay, so I'm feeling with this collective that there is a heartache, a current space that you're feeling like a hole, almost like a sorrow, darkness. There's like this dark, heavy space. I can feel it right in my heart. So let's try this. What is the collective going through? What is it that we're going through here? collective is carrying something pretty heavy on the emotional side of things. They had an opportunity in having their heart space filled up, their cup filled, an emotional opportunity came in, and it didn't quite pan out the way that you had hoped. Instead, it's more of a weight than it is a joyful. Yeah, there's a lack of warmth and hope in this situation. Somebody is probably using some cutting words and being slightly impulsive in this situation. There is a little bit of just, it feels like there's no hope. It feels like this is a done deal. So I'd like to know if it is. Let's see. There is an opportunity for defenses to be dropped. But there is a warning here that there is, there's something that is happening in this space, in this relationship, where somebody is trying to hold on to an aspect of pain, of heartache, of struggle, disagreements. There is a blockage in the heart space that I had felt, that darkness in here, because it's almost as if it's being like coveted and held on to. It's not serving anything. It's not serving any purpose for the greater good in this situation. It's forcing somebody to take a look at what their opportunities are elsewhere and sit in more of their powerful space with less emotion, more of a logical thought process than an emotional thought process is happening as somebody is envisioning the future. They're moving forward and they're not really thinking about collaboration, or they're not thinking about the other in this situation. There is, however, an offer that's being extended that you will receive. Tell me more about that. Yeah, it's not solid though. So there's something's going to be extended from one to the other, even though there's a reluctance to even be open to that. You will inevitably accept, and it will be just, it's not what you would hope for. It's empty. It's almost draining. It's external. It's external. Nurturing. Why would that be? I'm gonna actually keep those over here. Finish that sentence. So what is being offered will be accepted. However, in that acceptance, I would not anticipate it to be a very solid and significant offer. I think it's just something that's going to leave you feeling a little bit left out in the cold. Separately, or additionally, there is an aspect of traditional love in this. So this is kind of a little bit of a chaotic circumstance I'm seeing. So it's like there is there's this push-pull dynamic, and one person's leaning more towards one direction and the other's leaning more towards the other. But then I can see that this union can come back and together, and interesting. I don't know. It's something, there's a disagreement. There's something here that's misunderstood, but ultimately what's happening is there's being a block in this circumstance, in this relationship, because of whatever is being held onto in that heart space, that heartbreak, that sorrow, slight, whatever they did, or maybe not even what they did, maybe it's what somebody else did, that's blocking you. It's blocking you from having a relationship with this person or anybody else. So that's why we started where we did. It's very important that we address that. And I see here that this relationship has potential for a very solid union. There's, maybe these two are more friends than they are lovers, but they are both very mature and grounded people with strengths of their own. And I don't see them as opposites. I see them complementing each other. But there's a lack of growth. There is blocks after block after block. Passion is here, love is here, friendship is here, but it's all upside down. And nobody's moving forward. They're just staying here. Why? Because you want to win. You want to win. You want to win something that happened in the past. You want to win something that you wanted in the past. You want to win something that you thought you had in the past. There's a victory that you're seeking, and it's something that you can obtain. But not until you've rested. But then it comes in quickly. That doesn't make sense. Okay. So here's the deal. You're probably just in the middle of a fight. It's probably not the end of the world. If it's more than that, this person is going to come back. And you are not wrong. There is love there. There is potential there. There is everything there. However, you cannot change somebody's mind. And you cannot convince them to stay. And you cannot convince them to give you what you desire. You can dream about things that you want, or you can go and get what you want. With this person, there may be more of an aspect of dream than obtaining. But you can. Ooh. Okay, there is some communication coming in. Hot communication. What are we hearing? Some sort of inspiration is coming in through a message. Likely from a friend that is going through a hard time right now. Okay. So you are actually going to reach some sort of understanding and inspiration in your own situation when you are speaking to somebody else about their troubles and helping them. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool message. Let's see if there's anything else. I'm supposed to let you know that this is not over. It can be, and you have the opportunity to start something completely new. But it doesn't have to be over. Things can move forward in a positive way if you're willing to do the work on yourself. You can't sit in indecision, though. And you can't allow the other person to sit in indecision. There needs to be like, this is what we're doing, and this is how we're going to move forward. It's going to take work. It's going to be a bit of a struggle. Self-restricted. So anything that's any turmoil, battles, things that come forward through this relationship is going to be because of the work that you're not doing. Now, if this person is abusive, this message is not for you. If this person that you're thinking of is mean to you, hurts you intentionally, physically manipulative, all those things, this message is not for you. This is for somebody who's in a relationship where they're at a roadblock and are wondering why they keep running into the same roadblock in every relationship that they have. That's who this message is for. So I think what keeps happening as I'm laying down cards, it's almost cycling and telling me the same things over and over. And what it wants me to do is make sure that we understand something. And so I'm going to use the Moon Oracle deck, and we will go ahead and see what it needs to tell us. Okay. Okay. Ebb and flow, change with the tides, surrender, surge of energy, and blue moon, rare opportunity, make a wish, good luck. All right. So if you go with the flow, you make your wish, smooth sailing, it's going to work out. So sit with yourself, identify that core wound. What is it that you're carrying? Maybe you already know. I'm guessing you probably already do. Be strong, be fearless, be the warrior. You got this.